Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Kafaya. I'm a community learning specialist with DoSpace, and I will be your instructor for today. So what we have planned for today is ThinkCAD, and I would be guiding you through the 3D design platform. And I wonder if any of you have ever heard of ThinkCAD. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys to, well, I would lead and you guys can follow along. So let's go ahead to www.thinkcad.com. I will put the link to that right here in the comments, in the chat box, so you can go ahead and copy and go to the website, and let's see how that goes. So to start with, when you put the link to the link that I put in the chat, when you put it in your search bar, this should be where it should bring you. If you're anywhere else that doesn't look like this, there might be an error in what you typed in. So please go ahead to thinkcad.com and we can get started. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that and we'll get started. And if you have any questions or comments, just let me know in the chat and I will do my best to answer to the best of my knowledge. I'm here to help. Okay, moving along. I hope everyone is on the website now. I would go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to create an account for everyone. So at the top where it says join, right here where it says join at the top, I want everyone to go click on that. And then right here, we will go on to creating a personal account because we're doing this for our own personal benefits. It's not a class or anything like that. We're just exploring. So when you get here, you click on create a personal account, and then it should take you to this next step where you create an account, you put in your birthday and click on next, and it would bring you here, of course, and then you enter whichever email you decided to use for this and enter a password. Don't tell anyone your password. Cool, and you go on to click on the box to agree to the terms and conditions, and then we go here where you get access to all the other services that they have, and you click on done, and it will bring you right here to your account. So everyone is going to get a unique username, and of course, this wouldn't say username, but your username that's generated for you by the website. I'm sure you can go ahead into your profile to change that username to anything that you would like. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'll give a couple of minutes, a few seconds, just for everyone to catch up, and we'll get started with the fun things that we're gonna do today. Once again, let me know if you have any questions in the chat box, and we would go from there. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Cool. So now that we're all caught up and everyone, I believe, has, or I hope, has created an account, we would go ahead with exploring. So what we want to do is go to the top. It's going to give you this screen, but I want us to start learning just through the steps that they have. So I want you to close out of this, and then we would continue to here at the top where it says learn. I feel like these have the best tools to like guide us step by step to understanding the different features that are on the Tinkercad website, like in 3D design. And once you master these steps, it'll be easier to go on to the projects and explore. So let's go on. Cool, I hope that everyone is here. We would then get started. So we're going to explore how to place, view, move, rotate, and we'll do as much as we can considering the time that we have together. And yeah, and I would like to encourage you guys to go on to do the projects that are available on the website after. But to get here, remember, go to the top bar and click on Learn, and it'll bring you right here. Okay, so let me go here. Like I said, click on Learn. And we're starting with the starters. So the first thing that we're learning is place it. Give that a second. Cool. So as you can see, this is our workspace, and this would give us instructions. We would follow these steps to help guide us through, since this is very new to us. So we're going to follow the instructions given. So it says, place it. Welcome to Tinkercad. We are excited to have you with us. We're excited to be here too. Tinkercad is used to build all types of creations by adding and removing shapes from the design workspace. So let's add a shape to the work plane now. So I believe this is the work plane. It says it right here. So let's go ahead with the instruction. See the orange shape on the work plane? This is the orange shape. This is a hint. Hints help guide us. Hints help guide you as you get started. Find the box shape in the shapes panel on the right side. So I believe this is the shapes panel. Left click and drag the box shape to the hint on the work plane, and then continue to the next step. So this looks like a box. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and drag a box and place it right here. And I'm gonna make sure it aligns. So yes. And I'll go ahead and click next to see what happens. Yay, awesome. So we're done with this step. We're going to go ahead. Yay, we completed the first lesson. So we're gonna go ahead to the next one. Click on continue. I hope everyone is catching up and we're all on the same step. Let me give you a few seconds so everyone can catch up, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead with viewing. So view it. While creating designs, it helps to see your shapes from all sides. The view cube, I believe this is the view cube, located at the top left corner, right here, will help with looking around. Let's learn how you can change view. Cool. So the instructions say just left click and drag anywhere on the view cube and see how it changes the point of view. So click on the top, very cool. And the right, if I go right again, it takes me to the back, and right again, it takes me to the left. I'll go left and it takes me back. Okay, let's see what happens with the top and the bottom. Very cool. So it gives you like a full 360 view of whatever it is that you have placed on. Okay. Cool. And you can also click and yeah. Cool. Okay. Try clicking different areas of the view cube to rotate the design to match. Cool. So we have done that, and let's move on to the next step. Okay, learn to zoom. That's the next one. From time to time, it helps to take a closer look at your design. Practice zooming in and out. So if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, use it for zooming in and out. If you use a touchpad, you would use the zooming gesture that we would normally use in other apps while we zoom. So let's continue to our next step. Okay. It says press and hold the right mouse button while moving your mouse to practice rotating the view. So I'm going to hold the right button and then, okay. This is nice. I hope everyone is catching up and awesome. So we'll move on to our next step. If you want to use the touchpad, you can press either Control left or while you drag, or simply right click and drag if you have your touchpad set up for accepting right clicks. So same, just to rotate, and this to zoom in. So we can zoom in and out, in and out, in, and then we can rotate. Cool. Very nice. Next. Yay, we're done with this stage. I hope everyone is caught up, and let me know if you have any questions or if I'm moving too fast and you want me to slow down. Okay. Let's click on done. Oh, nice. So as you can see, we have completed the first one of the starters, and the next step is to learn how to move. So I'm going to click on continue to move. Awesome. So the instructions say move each of the box shapes to a hint. Let's jump right in. Left click and drag each box to one of its hints. So left click and drag. Make sure it aligns with the hint. Do that for the next one. Left click and drag. Left click and drag. Left click and drag. Is everyone all caught up? Let me give you a few seconds. Remember, left click and drag, left click and drag, and try to make sure it aligns with left click and drag to move. Left click and drag. Left click and drag. Left click and drag, left click and drag. At the same time, okay? Very cool. Is everyone all caught up? Let's move on to the next step. Yay, we completed that task. Now let's see what's next. So our next step is to learn how to rotate. So let's rotate the shapes on the work plane. So select a box by left clicking like we did in the previous one, and this would enable the shape to change handle. This will enable the shape handles. Okay. These are the shape handles all around it, and let's click on next. Oh, okay, I don't think we did that right. So let me do a reset. Yes. It's a good thing if you're not satisfied with how you completed the task, like I wasn't sure. We're gonna do it again just to make sure that we get it right. So I'll click on it and then I'll rotate. Okay. Okay, I guess that's how that works. So our next step would be to size it up. So click on next. Select the box by left clicking on the shape. So I'm left clicking. And then this would enable the shape handles. Use the black handles on the bottom edge of each shape to size the shape in a single direction. Okay, let me see. Awesome. Next. So we're done. I'll give us a few minutes for everyone to catch up. Okay, let's go along to the next one. So the next lesson is for us to group. So if I click on next, it says, select the box on the left by clicking on the shape. Okay. Hold the shift on the keyboard and also select the orange, on the left, not the right. And hold the, okay. That. With both shapes selected, let me do that again. So I select the box first and I hold down the shift key and I also select the cylinder. So now both shapes are selected. And then I would go to the group option on the taskbar. So these are the different, this is the taskbar and these are the different icons. And this is the icon for grouping. I would click on group and the two shapes should turn the same color once they're grouped. As you can see, my box and my cylinder are both red, so that shows that they're grouped. And yes, we can go on. Okay. Now let's group the shapes on the right. So select the box on the right by left clicking. So do that and I'll left click. And then I hold down the shift key and I also select the cylinder at the top. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing that I did earlier. Let me see the instructions. With both shapes selected, click on the group button on the toolbar. So right here, click on group. And this time the cylinder should make a hole in the box. So let's see, is there a hole? Let's try that again. Okay, select the shape, hold down the shift key, select the cylinder. Now that the two shapes are selected, yes, now that worked this time around. See, so there's a hole. Very cool. Let's go to the next step. Is everyone all caught up? Let's give it a few more seconds for everyone to be up to this stage and we can go along, we can go ahead. Just one more minute for everyone to catch up and we can go ahead. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Let's continue. So we're learning how to align it. While building, you may need to line up shapes. Let's try aligning some shapes. Next. Preview shape alignment. Let's explore the different ways boxes can be aligned. Hovering over an alignment handle will show a preview of what the alignment will look like. And clicking a handle will move the shapes into the preview position. Let's try previewing all the alignment options. Cool. So select all the box shapes by holding Shift on the keyboard and left clicking on each box shape. So I'm holding down Shift and I'm clicking and clicking and clicking. So now all my shapes are selected. And with all the shapes selected, click the Align button on the toolbar. So right here, this is Group. And this right here is how we align. So I'm just going to close this and click on Align. And that's what we get. I hope everyone is following. So hover your mouse over each of the alignment handles to see a preview of the alignment. So right here, this is how it aligns. Right here, this is how it aligns. Right here, this is how it aligns. Right here, right here, right here, right here, this way, this way. Okay, very cool. By clicking on the alignment, on any of the alignment handles, will move the shapes into the align position. The undo button on the toolbar would let change back to the original position. Try to align the boxes on the work plane aligned to the front box. So let's see, and then continue to the next step. Let's see, let's try to align everything to the front box. Okay. Okay, that's not it. Let's keep trying. Hold Shift to select. Let's go back and try to do that again. So these are all selected, aligned. Okay, so it looks like we're all done with the lessons, and that's it for the starters, because we did everything from placing to viewing. We also learned how to move, to rotate, to size up, to group, and to align. I want to ask, is there any step you would like me to go over again before we go on? Do you have any questions regarding any of the steps, anyone that you would like us to revisit? I'll be happy to do that for you. Just give you a minute to try to catch up and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, sounds good. So back here, so we went through all of the steps, and right now I believe everyone has a great understanding of at least an idea of how Tinkercad works and what Tinkercad is about. Now I would like to encourage you guys to go back here and explore, go back to the Learn tab and see the various lessons and projects that there are, and just try to go through them yourself. I definitely, and the good thing, as you can see from what we practiced, is that there's instructions on how to go through every step. So I hope that this was a good introduction for everyone. And yeah, so just go ahead at your own free time and go back to see how and learn how to create your various designs. And yeah, I look forward to hearing about what you guys create or come up with. And for more information or questions, please feel free to go to the DoSpace website at dospace.org. It has all the resources and all the information on all the classes and sessions. And if you have any questions, send us an email at hello@dospace.org.